Colin, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. How about there? There we go. Colin?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I'd say if you guys ever want to mute yourselves, you can just hit that button.
Perfect. We'll do that now till we'll do the
That's about it.
And welcome everyone to Hesston High School. Here, the Swather Sports Network, Rusty Witcher alongside Colin Lounsock, home opener of the CKL season. Colin, great to have you with me.
Thanks, Rusty. It's great to be here.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. This is a loaded league. We were talking about this before we came on air. The Central Kansas League might be one of the toughest wall-to-wall in the state outside of maybe the AVCTL. But we're looking at this, the links here. Nickerson, they're number 3 in 4A. Halstead's number 2 in 3A. Hillsboro's number 7 in 2A. And then you've got Smoky Valley here. They're coming in hot. They're 3-0 in the season.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one tonight.
It will be. Smoky Valley, they opened their season with a 45-31 victory over Abilene, then defeated Southeast of Saline 65-54, and just finished off Concordia 56-27. Swathers, on the other hand, they're coming in 2-1 on the season. 63-41 victory over Southeast to open the season. They dropped a 38-25 loss to Haven. Haven's kind of been a thorn in the Swathers side for the last couple of years, but they're back on the winning side of things with a 55-24 victory over Conway Springs. Little different lineup. You know, this is the COVID times.
Yep, yes it is.
You know, you might be piecing people together via quarantine. That's kind of how the Swathers are tonight. It's a little different look, according to head coach Matt Richardson. Talked to the head coach of Smoky Valley. He said the keys to the game tonight are to not turn it over against Hesston defense and get out in transition. On defense, they want to provide good on-ball and help defense and not to foul. Kind of a running theme you always have. I think Smoky Valley might be a little bit deeper tonight than the Swathers, so they might have a little more of a bench and a few more fouls to give.
Yeah, for sure. They've got about 5 or 6 more girls than we do over there, so it'll be interesting to see how Coach Richardson does this tonight.
It will. We'll take a quick look here at the Smoky Valley starting lineup. They'll start number 0, McKinley Johnson. She's a 5'7 senior. Number 1, Ellie Brumbaugh, 5'3 senior. Number 3, Brianna Pretty, she's a 5'9 junior. And number 11, Kerrigan Haxton, 5'6 senior, with Adrian Hazelwood, a 5'7 senior, rounding out the starting lineup. And Colin, we're looking at these stats. They're balanced.
Yeah.
They are very balanced.
I mean, for a high school squad, that's a really balanced scoring. Starting 5, you got an 11 points per game, a 9, a 10, a 13, and then you got a 6, so it's. Yeah. I mean, they're going to score the ball tonight.
And then you've got Ellie Brumbaugh. She's shooting 47% from three-point land. 3 girls in double figures. Swathers with a tall order tonight.
Yeah, especially being shorthanded. I mean, they're down a starter and one of their big girls off the bench, so it'll be an interesting one.
We're getting closer and closer to tip-off as they'll get the national anthem up and rolling here in just a second. And then we will be ready to rock and roll here from Hesston High School. So this will be the Swathers' last home game. They'll wrap up the season on Friday. They travel to St. John's Hudson, which will be a big matchup on the boys' side of things. And we are close to the starting lineups. We'll turn it over to the AV for starting lineups here for Hesston. Get back with the opening tip. And welcome back here, starting lineups, and both teams ready to go here from the Hesston High School Gymnasium, the big swather on the floor. And Colin, I was thinking about this before this game. This gym needs a name.
Yes, it does.
This gym needs a name. I've been all over the area for a lot of radio games, and there are a lot of gyms with names. The Hesston gym needs a name. So maybe we'll get some people who want to be here with us. And we are ready to go. Off we go. Smoky Valley starts things off. And they'll open here with Hesston on the far side to Johnson. Johnson drifts back top of the key. Trying to set up the offense here. Swathers look like they are in a zone. They'll skip it on the far side. Down low to Hazelwood. The Vikings go. Kicked back out to Johnson. Smoky very patient on the far side. Clock winding down. About a minute or about 30 seconds gone. A three up and good for Kerrigan Hesston. And she puts Smoky Valley on the board first. Here come the Swathers. Anna Humphreys back on the far side. Alex Martin.
They did a real good job right there, shrinking the zone and kicking it out for the three as the Swathers turn it over. Pass
errant down low. Swathers do turn it over. We've got 7:16 to go, and the Swathers trail by 3. Kick out on the far side. Johnson with it. She'll drift back now to high post to Pretty, and a travel whistled. As we are up and going. 7:06 to go, first quarter action. Here come the Swathers again. Anna Humphreys one more time across that timeline. Trying to set up this offense as Humphreys looking down low. She'll drift to the near wing. Humphreys driving down short corner, backs out Alex Martin. Dump down pass to Katie Keeker, kicked out of bounds off of Brianna Pretty, and it will stay with Hesston. Looks like the Swathers inbounding here as Jillian Leas trying to toss it in. She'll get another chance as the Vikings defense kicks it or tips it out of bounds.
I think if she throws a bounce pass there, she probably got Anna Humphreys for a layup too.
And
she had a good seal going.
Move it over on the far side, and Leas again to toss it in. Looking, finding Katie Keeker, and they'll kick it out on the far side one more time to the wing. Alex Martin looking to turn the corner, can't. Cut off by Viking defenders. Humphreys tries a high arching three off the front of the rim. Rebound. Humphreys gets it up. Lost it going up, and the rebound pulled in by Smoky Valley. Transition the other way as Ellie Brumbaugh off the glass draws a foul. She'll shoot a pair, and we'll have the first free throws of the game. And we'll just call the first free throws of the CKL season. How about that? The foul was whistled on Sydney Kaiser, and Sydney picks up her first personal foul as Brumbaugh knocks the free throw down. Second free throw coming at the charity stripe here for the senior. She is the one shooting 47% from three as she rolls in the second free throw. Swathers looking to score their trail 5-0 with 6:25 to go here in our first quarter. Kaiser far side, works it back to Humphreys. Down low, Keeker. Keeker's shot is blocked out of there by Brianna Pretty. The ball will stay with the Swathers. As Humphreys tosses it, Keeker on the far side. She'll look down low. Nobody home. Far corner. Alex Marr thought about the three, changed her mind down low to Keeker. Two Vikings sweep in there and plunder their way to a Swather turnover. .606 to go. First quarter, Smoky on top, 5-0. Hazelwood setting this offense up to the elbow. Far side, Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh driving down, floats it from the baseline. Rebound pulled in, Katie Keeker. And the Swathers with the defensive board. Martin leading the other way. Back on top, Keeker comes near side. Kaiser. Leas. Humphreys on the far side. Swathers patient. Keeker high post. And she'll look down low. Nobody home. Swathers very patient working that ball around the perimeter. Martin, the 17-footer off the glass, in and out. Keeker's, her rebound is blocked from behind by Hazelwood. Hazelwood with the loose ball. She'll come the other way. Hazelwood all the way down, and a jump ball whistled. Possession arrow will go to the Swathers. No, check that. It's a foul. I thought he whistled a jump.
Yeah, I don't know what he saw there. I didn't quite see that, but, I mean, he's got the better view than I do. So
Anna Humphreys picks up her first personal foul, second team foul, and Adrian Hazelwood will be at the free throw line to shoot two. The first free throw off the front of the rim.
I thought Humphreys beat her to the spot there too, so.
Kira Funk checking in the game now. And the second charity toss on the way. It is up and it is rolling around in and out. Rebound batted off of Smoky Valley will go to the Swathers. 5:16 to go, opening quarter. Swathers still looking for their first bucket of the contest. Down low, and that pass is deflecting. Loose, taken in by Brumbaugh of Smoky Valley. Here come the Vikings the other way. Brumbaugh kick out pass. Great look, three will not drop. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Brumbaugh, out of bounds. It goes to Hesston. And a timeout taken here by the Swathers. They want 30 seconds to talk things over. I think Coach Richardson just wants his squad to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree.
Get good looks down low. They've had a couple good looks, just and you know, very young team right now, trying to balance things out.
Yeah, I mean his bench. He's got two sophomores and two freshmen, and I mean he's got what one senior out there starting right now. So
exactly,
they're a really young team, and he's just kind of trying to help their composure. I feel like with this timeout.
So 4:58 to go, first quarter action. Swathers still looking for their first bucket of the CKL season. We're just going to run with that for now. If you're up for it.
That works for me.
Okay, great. Anna Humphreys trying to set this offense up again. Smoky packing it in their man-to-man. Kaiser near side to Humphreys. She eyed the three. She'll drive baseline, cut off by two defenders. Back on top as Funk works it back to Kaiser. Humphreys here on the near side. Down low to Alex Martin, and a foul is going to be whistled against Adrian Hazelwood. Just about a half step too slow. And Colin, they've always said, you got to play defense with your feet.
Yep, that is correct.
Hazelwood picks up her first personal foul, first team foul on the Vikings. Keeker at the elbow, hands off Martin. She'll float it from about 12 feet, and that's out of bounds. So the Swathers still struggling from the floor. And this is a good Smoky Valley team. Let's get this. This is a very, very solid 3-0 Smoky Valley team that is looking to do some damage in the CKL as they'll come to the near side with Hesston. Nobody home as that ball thrown over to the cardboard cutouts who are taking up residence in the far side.
And I think with that last possession with the Swathers, I think Pretty had a lot to do with that shot by Alex Martin. She was there and lurking, and I think it kind of got in her head a little bit.
4:19 to go. Swathers still trailing 5-0. Anna Humphreys trying to set this offense up, directing traffic. Jillian Les here on the near side wing. Back to Humphreys, far side, almost in the corner. She'll drift it back towards the wing. Lob pass down low to Keeker, and Katie could hang on to it. Katie did a good job with the seal that time. The pass just a little bit too strong.
That's exactly what you're looking for right there for the Swathers, too. I hope they can keep getting that.
Oh, absolutely. Keeker did a great job of walking the defender up the lane, but the pass just errant. Smoky Valley looking to lob it down low. Hazelwood going to work, and that ball tied up loose on the floor. Hazelwood comes out with it. The three is up and nothing but the bottom of the net for Kerrigan Hesston. She knocks down her second three-pointer. She averages 10 a game. She has 6 in the quarter. Humphreys at the low block, backing it out. Leas giving off to Funk. Alex Martin on the far side. On the wing, kicks it back on top, and the Swathers reset. Humphreys, she'll try a three, and that three rattling home, and Anna Humphreys puts the Swathers on the board with the three, and it's 8-5, so it's raining threes early, just like it was snowing outside.
Yes.
Far side, Johnson trying to turn that corner, backing out to Haxton. Haxton now handing off Hazelwood. At the elbow, drives down low, shot up, a foul whistle, and Katie Keeker picks up her first personal foul and the third Swather team foul. And that will be the third Viking trip to the free throw line. Hazelwood was 0 for 2 in her previous trip, trying to break through that streak as her free throw too strong. Hazelwood averages 13 a game with 4 rebounds as well. Second free throw coming up. And Hazelwood rolls home the free throw, her first point of the contest, 9-3 the Swathers with 3:01 to go. Abby Rose checking in the game. Thank you, Colin. For the Vikings. Anna Humphreys, Alex Martin, and the Swathers work that ball around that three-point line. Jillian Leas. Back to Humphreys.
With Rose checking in this game, the Vikings suddenly just got really tall.
Yes, they did. Down low they go to Katie Keeker. Keeker backs down, and a foul whistle or travel whistle. Rose is a 6-foot junior. Kind of like that to be able to bring some height in off your bench.
Yeah.
9-3 our score. 2:36 to go first quarter with Smoky Valley in front. The Viking just up the road, 37 miles, I do believe is what the sign says on the interstate. As Brumbaugh trying to turn the corner, Rose at the elbow. Far side, Johnson dumps it to Rose. She's in the short corner, and she'll back out. Smoky very patient on the offensive end with the 6-point lead as they're working against this Hesston man-to-man. Johnson skips it on the far side. Haxton drives in, left it short, rebound pulled down, Alex Martin. And Alex Martin ran into her own player, but Leas is right there, right place, right time. Down low, Katie Keeker steps through, nice little ball fake, and Katie Keeker scores her first bucket of the CKL season, and the Swathers have trimmed the lead to 4, 9-5, with 1:40 to go.
I think that's going to be a big key for Katie tonight is that shot fake. They're jumping at everything, get them in the air, and then go up as they're coming down.
Brumbaugh dials up a three. She does miss, a rare miss from Brumbaugh early, and the rebound pulled in by Kira Funk. Humphreys crossing that half-court stripe, down low to Keeker again, double team kicked out. Anna Humphreys now resets the Swather offense. Calling any wagers on how many times I call the Swathers the Larks tonight?
No, but I don't want to put any bets on that. You're too used to doing Hesston College.
That ball out of bounds off of Hesston. Another errant turnover. A couple more substitutions here for Avery Vanderweg coming in for Smoky Valley. Just over a minute and change to go. Swathers trailing by 4 here, 9-5. Rose at the elbow. Trying to turn that corner, backing out on the far side as Smoky resets everything. Vanderweg down low to Pretty. And the Vikings commit the turnover.
I think her feet got going there before her hands did.
I would concur with that. Humphreys near side. They try and run the give and go, but the pass errant, turnover, giving the ball back to Smoky Valley on the run out. Hesston thought about the jumper, the three, changed their mind. Rebound pulled in by the Vikings. Hazelwood's shot misses. And the turnover giving the ball to the Swathers with 30 seconds to go here in our first quarter. 9-5 the score. As Humphreys, the Swathers look like they want to play for one. Trailed by as many as 6 here in the early going. Alex Martin with 14. Back to Humphreys. Humphreys checks the clock as they're at 10. Humphreys, Katie Keeker with 8. Keeker looking down. Swathers have to be aware of the clock. Leas tries the jumper, and it will go out, or falls a little bit short. We have played a quarter here. At the end of one, the Vikings of Smoky Valley 9, the Swathers of Hesston 5. As we will take a short muted break and be back with the start of the second quarter here on the Swathers Sports Network.
Yep.
And welcome back here as we're heading to the start of our second quarter. Swathers trailing 9-5. It will be Hesston basketball coming out of our second quarter. And that's one thing, Colin, that we are doing with the COVID rules. There are no jump balls.
Yeah, that's something that I never really understood when they came out with that rule. I mean, even at the college level, they're still playing basketball and they're still doing jump balls. I think that's a pretty intricate part of the game to figure out who gets the ball first.
Absolutely. And I think they even have a backup ball ready to go in case that ball goes somewhere where it shouldn't, to be sanitized very quickly. Jillian Leas trying to turn the corner. Backs out Alex Martin. Martin a little ball fake for three-point land. Back to Kaiser. Kaiser has it nearly stripped away. Leas giving back to Anna Humphreys. Humphreys will back away. Swathers patiently trying to get the ball down low to Katie Keeger is the goal so far. Leas at the elbow took an extra step, and the turnover giving the ball to Hesston High. Or excuse me, giving the ball to Smoky Valley with 7:23 to go in our first half. Adrian Hazelwood will bring the ball up the floor. One more time for the Vikings. Drifts to the left, handing off to Vanderweg. Vanderweg trying to turn that corner cut off. Brumbaugh draws a corner defenders every time she touches the basketball. And she has knocked down 47% of her threes in the early part of the season. Brumbaugh's shot was a little bit errant, but the offensive rebound falls right in the hands of Pretty. Pretty can't come up with a short range cash in. Swathers with the defensive board and the clear out. Funk is tied up, but she took an extra step before the tie up and the turnover, giving the ball to the Vikings. So the Vikings up by 4, and Hazelwood will bring the ball one more time. Down low she goes. A nice play by Anna Humphreys to step in front of the pass and get the steal and force a turnover.
I think the Swathers have been watching their film. I think they knew exactly what was coming right there when they saw that double screen at the top.
Alex Martin looking down, trying to step through, floats it up, draws a foul, and Alex Martin will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. So the first free throws of the game for the Swathers. Vanderweg picks up her first personal foul, second team foul. Fairly clean game so far as Alex Martin's free throw crawls around and will not drop. Kira Funk back in the lineup as Sydney Kaiser will take a quick seat. on the extended benches. I'm still trying to get used to that as well. Alex Martin's free throw in and out, and the rebound tipped, and it will go off of Katie Keeker and back to the Vikings of Smoky Valley.
Yeah, the extended benches is one thing I never really understood at this level. I mean, these kids are around each other all day long, and, I mean, they're practicing together and all that kind of stuff. So if one of them's going to get it, like, a bench 4 feet apart is not really going to stop that.
Brumbaugh on the far side, backing out to Hazelwood. Hazelwood steps through, tries to float. It looks like it was blocked from behind by Funk. Hazelwood has it just stripped away by Katie Keeker. The Thievery giving the ball to Anna Humphreys here on the near side. Smoky Valley starting to extend their defense, Colin. Funk drives in and draws a foul, and the Vikings maybe were caught with a gamble.
Yeah, I mean, anytime the ball gets inside the paint, the Vikings are all over it, and they're jumping like fish out of water. So,
Brianna Pretty's whistled for her first personal foul, and Kira Funk at the free throw line to shoot 2 in the first free throw. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That's the first free throw by the Mean Machine. And a substitution checking in the lineup for the Vikings. It's a hot hand, Kerrigan Haxton. She has 6 points to lead all scorers. The second free throw, Funk knocks down both free throws. And the Swathers now have crawled back in. They trail by 2 with 5 and change to go in our first half. 9-7 the score. Hazelwood hands off Haxton. She's knocked down 2 threes, gives to Rose. Rose looking down. And Rose double dribbled. A great play defensively by Kira Funk to get a hand in, force the turnover. And Justice Large checking the lineup here for the Swathers. Timeout taken here by Smoky Valley with 5:32 to go. I've got a volleyball standard in my way of seeing the clock, so I'm trying to do some aerobics up here trying to find the clock. But we're looking at the boys game coming up, and that's the number 1 team in 3A. Hesston will be playing Smoky Valley. So again, we'll talk more about that loaded CKL. You look at this, Colin, this league is tough.
yeah, it is. I mean,
all sports.
Yep,
this league is tough.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's not just basketball. It's football. It's volleyball, baseball.
Yes. It is one of the better leagues, especially in the small schools area. It is a great league. Good, healthy rivalries. Just solid up and down. You can't say enough about how good this league is. I think they had, was it 3 or 4 years ago, I think there were, of all the state tournaments, I think 6 teams from the league were in state basketball tournaments, and that's just basketball. You look at what these teams have done on the football field, the volleyball court. Man, it's great competition.
Yeah, it is.
Back to action we go as Funk with it on the far side, looking down low. Nobody home. Finds Keeker, short corner baseline. Keeker giving back to Funk. And Leas on the far side. Leas trying to turn the corner with the left hand. On top, Justice Large. Humphreys has it top of the circle. Leas now on the wing. Back to Funk. Swathers very patient, trying to get something down low. Trailing by 2. Down low to Keeker, right where they wanted to go. Keeker shot will not go. Justice Large rebound stuffed by Rose. Brumbaugh with the clear out on the far side. Brumbaugh lobs it ahead as Pretty down low. She can't handle it. She'll reset. Haxton far side. She'll dial up a 3, and that one a little short. Off the heel, and the rebound to Hesston.
Swathers got lucky there. That's not the one you want to leave open tonight.
No, 2 threes already in the early gun. She has 6 to lead all scorers. Funk looks down low. Large back on top. Swathers worked that ball around the perimeter. Definitely a concern, or a very, very definitive effort of trying to get the ball down low. Humphreys goes to the rack, scores off the glass. The basket counts. Anna Humphreys will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, and this free throw right here will give them a chance for the first lead of the game for the Swathers as well.
Alex Martin and Sydney Kaiser checking back in the lineup. So Humphreys at the free throw stripe. And a chance to take the lead on the charity toss. Too strong, rebound, they'll pull in Alex Martin, and 2 people go to the floor. Jump ball possession arrow to the Vikings of Smoky Valley.
I've got a pretty strong feeling this will be a short break for Katie Keeker.
I would not doubt that. Brumbaugh, the far side, trying to turn that corner in. Hacks down, give and go to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh down low, a little bit too far underneath the bucket. Her shot is short. Anna Humphreys with the rebound. Brumbaugh, one of the trio of Vikings that averages double figures. Anna Humphreys, far side, down low as they'll work it. Largest 15-footer off the glass, up and good. I don't know if she called glass, but the bank is open, and the Swathers have the lead.
Yep, Bank must have not got the memo about the snow day today.
Large cans the 16-foot jumpers. Swathers on top. Vikings looking to answer. Rose giving down low as that shot is partially blocked, but body contact and a foul whistled on the Swathers. And Kira Funk picks up the foul, her first, team's 4th. And McKinley Johnson at the free throw line. Johnson cans the free throw and a chance to tie on this toss. Colin, I'm looking up and down, and outside of the 2 threes that Smoky Valley hit early on, they haven't scored from the floor. It's all been free throws.
Yeah, and I mean, they've missed probably close to half of them, so.
That free throw up and good. We're tied up 11 apiece here in our second quarter. And a timeout taken by the Swathers. They want to talk things over. Matt Richardson taking the timeout. As we said, Hesston, I didn't even see where Smoky Valley goes on. Oh, yes, I did. They go to Halstead, I believe, Friday night.
That'll be a tough place to play.
Absolutely. That is a very good Halstead girls team. But like we said, Smoky Valley, they're 3-0 and playing like they do want to make some noise in the CKL.
Yeah, I think going to Halstead's going to give them just about their best competition they're going to see.
That's a very, very solid Halstead squad. As we are in our second quarter, boys game will slightly to tip off around 7:30. We'll see how we are in time. I haven't even been outside since I've been here. I think the snow's still falling.
It was when I got here.
So hopefully everyone can, get this game under and be safe on the way home. Hesston basketball coming out of the timeout. And Alex Martin to toss it in on the far side. Anna Humphrey standing on the Swather logo at midcourt, calling out the offense. Humphreys on the far side wing. Thought about a jumper, trying to turn that corner. Looking down low. Alex Martin goes to work low block. Feeding up to Sydney Kaiser, who scores off the glass. And the Swathers back in front, 13-11.
Wasn't quite sure who Humphreys was throwing that pass to there. Keeker and Martin were both posted up on the same block.
Brumbaugh looking to answer back. Give and go run perfectly. Haxton off the glass, up and good. Kerrigan Haxton with 8 points. She has all the points from the floor for Smoky Valley.
I think that basket right there is a byproduct of Brumbaugh's three-point shooting.
Kaiser cuts her way to 2, and it's back to a 15-13 Swather advantage. Business picking up here on the hallowed hardwoods here from Hesston. Brumbaugh driving down, floats it off the glass, up and good. And we have a track meet as we're knotted up at 15 again. Kaiser here on the near side. Skips it over. That pass picked off by Johnson. Johnson the run out the other way. Johnson off the glass, up the basket, counts. And she will shoot a free throw as the foul whistled on Alex Martin. And Martin whistled for her first, team's 5th. Johnson at the free throw line and a chance for the three-point play. Johnson bangs the free throw home, and it's a 3-point Viking advantage, 18-15. A minute 53 to go. First half action, Kaiser. Back on top, Humphreys. Humphreys' little crossover move at the elbow. Katie Keeker, near side corner, as we say near to us. That shot is by Kaiser, deflected and out of bounds. Last touch by the Swathers, as it was out of bounds. The ball goes back to the Vikings with a minute and a half. Paxton has 8, leads all scorers. Vanderweg thought about a jumper, backs it out. Driving down, Brumbaugh in the corner. Johnson steps through. The jumper up and good for Brockstrom. Brockstrom knocks down the jumper. And it's 20-15. The Swathers trail by 5, trying to answer back. Brumbaugh picks off the pass, driving the other way. In the corner, Johnson. She'll back away, and the Vikings will reset their offense. Brocksterman handing off on the far side to Vanderweg. Vanderweg on top, Johnson left alone. A 3 from the top of the key. Crawls off, fight for the loose ball. Bodies everywhere. And the tie up the possession arrow to the Swathers.
And this Vikings team is not afraid to let it fly, as you see there. I mean, that was a deep one, so they're letting them go tonight.
20-15 the score. Vikings in front by 5. Swathers trying to get to the locker room and trim into this 5-point lead. Alex Martin, Jillian Lentz. Humphreys here on the near side. Back on top, the Swathers go. 15 seconds on the clock. Humphreys. Martin again. They're playing catch out there. 8 seconds ago. Kiera Funk's 3 doesn't drop. Rebound, Brockstrom. Brockstrom gets it back to Humphreys. She turns it over. Humphreys' shot doesn't drop, and the rebound pulled down by the Vikings. We will go to half. Our score, Smoky Valley 20, Hesston 15. We're going to take a little break and be back with some halftime stats right here on the Swather Sports Network. And welcome back here to the Hesston High School, the Swather Sports Network. We're at halftime of our first ball game of this doubleheader, as Smoky Valley out to a 20 to 15 lead here, and we've got some stats to go over. Smoky Valley, they are 6 of 19, shooting 32% from the floor, 2 of 7 from deep, and 6 of 9 at the free throw stripe. 9 rebounds here for the Vikings and just 5 turnovers. Swathers, they are shooting better. They're shooting 43%, 6 of 14, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, 2 of 5 at the free throw line, 12 rebounds, but the telling stat, 12 turnovers. So the Swathers giving 7 extra possessions to the Vikings. Our scoring looks a little bit like this for Hesston. Sydney Kaiser with 4. Anna Humphreys has 5, Kaiser with 4. Katie Keeker with 2, Kiera Funk with 2, and Justice Large with 2. On the other side of things, Kerrigan Haxton with 8, Johnson with 5, Ellie Brumbaugh with 4, Brocksterman with 2, and Hazelwood with 1. So that's where we're at as we're getting closer to the start of our third quarter of this high school game, the opening game for both of these squads in the hotly contested CKL. And the Swathers, as we said in the open, were very, very thin on the bench due to quarantines. And that's kind of something I think a lot of teams are going to have to battle this season, are the quarantines. As I think Colin's back with me now. Colin's chewing. He might be chewing. We had some sack of snacks delivered up here to us in our nest up here in the Swather Sports Network, and Colin was chowing down at the break.
I can't help myself when I get a good snack in front of me.
So Colin's back with us as we're ready to go here in our third quarter. Swathers did take a lead, but Vikings respond with a long run, an extended run. That's where we're at, 20 to 15 our score. As we're starting our third quarter will be Viking basketball here. And we are ready to go third quarter. Vikings toss started off. Kerrigan Haxton, the hot hand, leads all scorers with 8. She'll toss it in. Haxton gets the pass back on the far side on the wing, looking down low. Brumbaugh feeds Hazelwood. Swathers back in a 2-3 zone. Very patient lob pass near side. Johnson back out. Brumbaugh, she'll dial up from deep. Her 3 splashing down. Ellie Brumbaugh knocks down her first 3-pointer of the contest, and it's an 8-point lead as the Swathers answer back as Sydney Kaiser slices her way to 2 as the Swathers beat the Vikings back in transition.
I think that's the first good look that the Swathers have given Brumbaugh all night, and she made him pay for it.
She absolutely did. Johnson on the far side, handing it back off to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh backing out as Hazelwood will back it away. Johnson trying to turn that corner. The defense saw where Brumbaugh was right away and quickly slid over, but Haxton's no slouch to shoot from deep either. Haxton in the corner. Pretty's been fairly quiet. They'll back it out. Johnson looking, lobbing it down low, and that pass deflects off of Katie Keeker. Stays with the Vikings. Vikings lead by 6, 23-17. Hazelwood from top of the key, her 3 rolls around, doesn't drop. Rebound, tipped around. Katie Keeker comes down with it. Here come the Swathers the other way. They feed Martin at the low block. Bouncing back, Jillian Leas, her high-arching jumper doesn't drop. Rebound, tipped in. Anna Humphreys with the offensive board. Martin thought about a 3, drives down. That's kicked out of bounds and will stay with Hesston. The shot clock doesn't reset because there is no shot clock.
I think Martin had an open look there that she probably should have pulled.
Leas the jumper from the elbow, in and out, and the rebound hauled in by the Vikings. Haxton in the corner. Johnson, very patient. This is a patient Smoky Valley team. They want their shot that they want to get, and so far they're doing a good job of trying to get the ball in the shot they want. They don't force a lot. Hesston trying to turn that corner. Back to Hazelwood. Hazelwood, ball fake, dishing back out. A long jumper by Pretty doesn't drop. Rebound, Kaiser of the Swampers. Giving back to Anna Humphreys. Humphreys setting that offense up. Looking down low. Keeker, low block, back on top, Martin. Swampers very patient one more time. Humphreys driving down. The wild runner doesn't go, and the rebound pulled down by Hazelwood. Hazelwood the break the other way, 4-on-1. Pretty, or excuse me, Brumbaugh catching, shooting left. It short rebound, but out of bounds was Sydney Kaiser. The ball staying with the Vikings.
I had a pretty good look down the line right there, and I thought both of her feet were in until she was rid of the ball. So, I mean, either way, I think it was going out on the Swathers.
As Vikings catch it on the far side. Johnson trying to set that offense up. Hesston near side. I can hear the Smoky Valley cheerleaders down below us. Brumbaugh driving baseline, bouncing it back. Hesston a three from the near side. That's off the front of the rim. Rebound, Katie Keeker. And Keeker clears it to Kaiser. Sydney Travel took an extra step and maybe slid her foot as Kira Funk checks back in the lineup.
I think she thought about throwing it to Humphreys there, and then it all of a sudden was not there anymore, and she kind of got caught in between rock and a hard place.
Story of my life. 23-17, our score, Smoky Valley on top. Looking to go back door. Good defense by Humphreys to take it away. Hesston, she'll pull up from way downtown, and that is off the side of the rim. Rebound pulled down. Humphreys on the far side. Humphreys in a foot race. Back on top. Kaiser swings it back. Humphreys stops and pops for three. Up and good. Anna Humphreys drains a little stop and pop three. She now has 8, and it's a 3-point Viking advantage.
Last defensive possession for the Swathers was an interesting strategy. They had a screen come, and both of them sagged off and kind of left Hesston there for a wide open three. Luckily, she missed it.
Martin steps in front of the pass, forcing the turnover. Humphreys on the far side. Humphreys spins, scoop shot left is short. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings. And Hesston back the other way. Hesston crossover move, throws it to the near side. Johnson there, fortunate place to clean up the mess. A foul whistled here on Funk as Funk got a little bit handsy, guilty of the reach. Vikings going big. Rose checks in the game. That'd be Rose, the 6-foot junior. I'm trying to go tall. Brumbaugh lobs it here on the near side. Hazelwood. Hazelwood steps through, floats it in and out. Rebound, stick back, foul whistled on Katie Keeker. And Keeker picks up her second personal foul. And the first free throws here in our second half by either team will be shot by Brianna Pretty. Pretty's first trip to the free throw stripe, and that free throw up. And rattles around, dropping home. Her first point of the game coming at the free throw line. Jillian Lass and Justice Large checking into the game. And the second free throw coming up here for Pretty. That free throw rattling home. Pretty with 2 points, and it's a 5-point Viking advantage. 3:37 to play. Third quarter. Humphreys. Near side back to Leas. Leas looks down low. Humphreys again on the far side wing. Keeker the jumper from 15, in and out. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings. Pretty gives it ahead to Caxton. Hesston to Rose. Rose backs inside, and that ball just taken away by Humphreys. Humphreys picks the pocket. And then the other way, Hesston tries to get it off, and the ball tipped off of Hesston. Hesston knocked it away, tried to save it, but the ball deflecting off of Hazelwood and out of bounds and stays with the Swathers. Little bit helter-skelter. Humphreys here on the near side. Funk to Leas. Leas tries a three. Leas' three doesn't drop, and the rebound pulled in. Justice Large working for the board. Takes away from the taller Rose, but Large with a little bit of happy feet commits the travel.
That was a pretty good box out there by Justice. She just trying to get rid of it and got spun around, I think.
Oh, yeah. You love the freshman's effort.
I do. I'm sure Coach Richardson does as well.
Rose on the far side to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh in the corner. Thought about a three. Feeds Rose low block. Backing out. Hesston thought about a three here on the near side. Looking down. Guarded by Humphreys. Hesston goes to work, and a foul whistled on Anna Humphreys. Humphreys picks up her second personal foul. Third team foul here on the Swathers in this third quarter. And Brumbaugh will toss it in here from the baseline. Lobbing it back and catching is Pretty. Brumbaugh here on the near side. Brumbaugh drives in, floats it, teardrop, missing rebound. Jillian Lance. Humphreys far side. Funk tosses it down to Keeker, who couldn't hold on to it. The Swathers may have found a little bit of something here, Colin. They're getting the ball down the floor quickly, beating the Vikings back in transition, but the errant turnovers are negating that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time, if you can beat the defense down the floor, you're going to score. So I look for them to keep that up tonight.
25-20 Vikings nursing the 5-point advantage. Hazelwood hands to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh back out. Vanderweg swings it back in on the far side. Brumbaugh, the runner off the glass, up and good. Ellie Brumbaugh with 9. 5 in this quarter alone. She's quickly approaching her average. Jillian Leas here on the near side. Leas wrapped up and fouled by Hazelwood. Hazelwood picks up her second personal foul and the first team foul here in the contest in the second half on the Vikings. Johnson checks back in the lineup for the Vikings. Down low to Humphreys. Humphreys in amongst the trees, draws a foul, and she will shoot another pair of free throws. Foul charge to Brianna Pretty. Pretty picks up her second personal foul.
She was down there amongst the trees. They've got her listed at 5'8", and both the girls she was going up against were 6 foot and taller, so she was giving up some inches there.
Clean swish for Anna. Anna now with 9, a chance to reach double figures on this free throw. That free throw up and good, nothing but net. No, they wave it off on a lane violation. Check that. So they wave off a lane violation on Anna Humphreys. She's stuck at 9, and a 30-second timeout taken here by the Swathers to talk things over. And I saw one of those in the earlier game in the JV game as I was getting over here, a lane violation. The shooter leapt across the line before the ball hit the rim. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've done a high school game. The shooter has to stay on the line until it hits the rim.
I believe so.
And then college, though, play it on the release. But I will say this much, after a 9-month break, it feels good to be back behind a mic.
I'm sure it does. I know you enjoy this, Rusty.
I do, Colin. Someone asked me, when was the last time you called a game? I said March 12th was the Hesston College softball game before the world kind of came to a stop.
Yeah.
27-21 our score. Vikings lead by 6. A minute and 40 seconds to go. Vanderweg to Brumbaugh. She'll dial up from deep. Brumbaugh's three a little short. And the rebound pulled down by the Swathers, Humphreys.
That was a well drawn up play coming out of the
It really was.
out of the timeout to get your three-point shooter a shot.
And a good look at that, just a little bit short. Friendly rims here, but they weren't quite as friendly as Brumbaugh hoped. Humphreys straight away, steps through, 15-footer, rolling, doesn't drop. Lots of fight for the loose ball. And the tie-up possession arrow will stay with the Swathers.
Again, that's Justice Large, and they're getting rebounds, though.
Justice, a 5'8" freshman with no fear. in the early part. Humphreys, short corner to Martin. She was standing out of bounds. I saw her foot on the line from up here, and the Swathers guilty of the turnover. 27-21, Vikings with the 6-point advantage. Trying to add to it. We're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Rose stops, drives, dishing down low, and that ball turned over. Anna Humphreys comes away with it. Humphreys downloaded just as Large, but Rose got a hand on it. Large trying to save it in, tracks it down in the corner. Martin on the far side on the wing. Dumps it down. Keeker had position. Turnaround jumper rolling home for Katie Keeker. Keeker's second field goal.
I don't even think Keeker was looking at the basket when she shot that.
I don't think she was, but she turned her way to 2, and it's a 4-point Viking advantage. Rose straight away. Johnson backing out. Vanderweg worked the weave. Nice crossover move by Johnson. Brumbaugh left alone. The 3 up and off the mark. Another good look for Brumbaugh. Just didn't go down. And Keeker fouled here in the back court with 4 seconds to go. The foul whistled on Brianna Pretty. Pretty picks up her 3rd personal foul.
That right there will make a lot of coaches mad.
Oh,
fouling.
Absolutely. 85 feet away from the bucket.
Underneath their own basket with
4
seconds left
to go.
in a quarter. I mean, that's going to get you in trouble in a lot of different ways with your coach.
Humphreys, the heave. Good if it goes, but it does not. We've played 3 quarters. Swathers trail 27-23. Colin and I will be back right after this. We'll let the cheerleaders do a cheer here on the Swathers Sports Network. And welcome back here on the Swather Sports Network, our 4th and final quarter. Smoky Valley ahead 27-23. And what can we describe this as? A patient basketball game. A little helter-skelter at time, but patient. Both of these teams want to kind of slow things down. Rose to bring it in our 4th and final quarter on the far sideline. And finding Brocksterman. Brocksterman gives back to Vanderweg. Vanderweg looks to go back door, tipped away. Alex Martin with a steal. Martin driving down against Rose, shot up the basket, will not go, but a foul whistled on Rose. And Abby Rose picked up her 1st personal foul. And Alex Martin will head to the stripe where she will shoot a pair of free throws.
I think Alex can thank her teammate Anna Humphreys for these free throws right here. That good defense is what got her the fast break opportunity.
And Martin rolls the first free throw home, the senior's first point of the contest. Trims that lead back to 3. Second free throw up and good for Martin. 27-25, 4th and final quarter, 7:46 to go. And a quick break here for Brumbaugh. She'll probably get a couple minutes and be in for the long haul. Rose on the far side, giving back to Vanderweg. Vanderweg trying to turn the corner, picks up her dribble, backing out Johnson. Down low to Rose. Rose draws a host of Swathers. Back to Brocksterman in the corner. Hesston, she'll try a 3, her 3, in and out. Rebound tipped around, Rose has it. Funk could not pull it in for Hesston. Down low to Brocksterman. Brocksterman bounces it back. Johnson a 3 from the near side corner. Too strong, rebound hauled in by Sydney Kaiser. Kaiser on the far side, giving off to Martin. Here come the Swathers on the offensive. Swathers trail by a bucket. Humphreys looking down low.
Give it to her.
As they feed Martin on the low block.
They had Keeker had a seal down there and they didn't want to throw it to her.
Blocking foul whistled here on Smoky Valley. Foul whistle on Brockstrom, and she'll pick up her first personal foul. Fifth foul on the Vikings. They lob it back as Humphreys dials up a three, and that three a little short. Rebound hauled in Hazelwood. Hazelwood driving the other way. Finding Hesston. Hesston back down low, pretty in traffic. Backs out. Hesston, she'll try another three. Her three doesn't drop. Rose with the rebound. Colin, you said it best. This Vikings team not afraid to pull the trigger from deep.
No, they're not. You give them any kind of airspace, and they're letting it go.
Down low, quick run and gun, and a foul whistle on Funk as Johnson cut her way to the bucket. Funk picks up her third personal foul. So the 5'7" senior, who is 3 for 3 at the charity line, will head to the stripe one more time. That free throw crawling off the side of the rim. Second free throw coming up. That free throw up and good. Johnson makes good on 1 of 2, 6 points for the senior. 28-25 our score as Alex Martin lost it and traveled. Tried to get it back but tumbled to the floor, guilty of the travel. 6:14 to go in this contest. Smoky Valley with a 3-point lead. Crossover move here by Johnson. Hesston backs out. Rose works on the far side. Dump down pass to Rose. Rose low block draws. 3 swathe their defenders. They work it here on the near side. Hesston one more time. Lobbing it down. Snap pass here. Nice save on the near side by Hesston. The jumper from the elbow by Johnson doesn't go. Fight for the loose ball. Possession arrow to the Swathers on the tie-up.
And I think for how undermanned and young this Swather team is, they've played really well tonight.
They have played incredibly well.
To even keep this to a 3-point game right now, they've played really well.
Coach Richardson has got to be happy with his youthful team. Alex Martin driving all the way in. The run off the glass up and good. Martin kisses it home off the window and it's 28-27 with 5:25 to go. As we're setting up for a definite barn burner and a timeout taken here by Smoky Valley. Swathers have crawled back into this. Every time that Smoky Valley, Colin, looks like they want to make a run, the Swathers have had an answer.
Yeah, and it's coming from their 2 leaders, in Hannah Humphreys and Alex Martin. So they're going to need them to be big here in this last 5 and change if they want to win this game.
Absolutely. And one thing that Coach Richard has to be happy about, there's no fear in his youth. No fear in his young team at all, trailing a very good Smoky Valley team, 28-27. We're looking at 5:19 to go. Team fouls fairly even apiece. We haven't seen a whole lot of bonus free throws. I don't think we even made the bonus in the first half.
I don't think we did either. But going back to that fearlessness, I mean, last year they all got thrown into the fire. He was playing freshman from the get-go. So, I mean, even though Anna's only a sophomore, she's got that whole year under her belt as pretty much starting every game last year. So
yeah, that's a lot of battle testedness here for the Swathers with 5:19 to go here in our fourth quarter. Biggest lead of the game here for Smoky Valley was 6 in that first quarter. They've got to 5 a couple times, but the Swathers clawed their way back. A lot of fight in this contest and a lot of fun that we're having here in a barn burner.
Yeah, we are.
McKinley Johnson to toss it in and does, finding Hesston. Hesston goes down low to Brumbaugh, catching, shooting, scoring. A nice play out of the timeout by the Vikings. And Brumbaugh now leading all scorers with 11. And it's back to that 3-point advantage, 30-27. Martin driving, dishing down low. Great pass from Martin. A great find as Katie Keeker cashes in. And it's back to that 1-point advantage.
I don't know that she could have put that pass in a better spot.
No, it was a
Keeker.
Great feed from Martin to Keeker. 30-29 our score. 4:48 to go. Back here to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh trying to turn the corner. Spins her way out of trouble, Hazelwood. The leading scorer for the Vikings only has a point tonight, but this is a very balanced Vikings team. Hesston trying to set that offense up, directing traffic from the wing. Down low shot is in and out. Rebound, Katie Keeker for Hesston. 4:20 to go. As Humphreys works on the far side, back on top, Alex Martin. She'll hand back to Anna Humphreys, and the Swathers setting up a 1-4 set. Martin at the high post, elbow extended, now finding Humphreys. Humphreys at the elbow down low, and 2 Vikings pillage their way to a turnover. Back the other way, Brumbaugh trying to knife down. Shot is short, rebound, Kira Funk, and Funk finds Alex Martin. Martin spins her way through traffic. Anna Humphreys with numbers. Humphreys backs out, and the Swathers reset. Plenty of time here on the clock.
This Viking team loves to trap no matter where they're out on the floor.
They absolutely do.
They're throwing a trap at you anytime there's two defenders anywhere close.
Jillian Leas on top, finding Funk. Funk looks down low. Leas again trying to back down to Keeker. Keeker with a seal. The shot will not go. Keeker will shoot 2. And Katie Keeker kind of asserted herself here in this fourth quarter, doing a good job of sealing off defenders.
Yeah, she has. She had a really good seal there. I mean, that's exactly what you teach your big seal with the basket as a hat. She did it. She was right underneath it.
Absolutely, as Katie Keeker's first free throw of the contest up and good. The foul was whistled on Brianna Pretty. Pretty has picked up her 4th personal foul.
That could loom large here late.
You're absolutely right. Pretty averages 9 points and 9 boards a contest. The second free throw coming up for Katie Keeker. Keeker's free throw misses. And out of bounds back. We're tied at 33-21 to go here in our ballgame. I dare to say it might be the best Central Kansas League game of the night.
It very well could be.
I haven't checked Twitter to confirm that, but we're gonna run with it. As Hazelwood calling out that offense. Back to Brumbaugh. That ball's tipped away. Alex Martin had it for just a second. It's out of bounds. Last touch by the Swathers. And head coach Matt Richardson really nodding his approval on the attempted steal by Alex Martin.
Yeah, and this is the end of the floor where the Swathers are going to win the game if they're going to win it tonight. They're going to need their defense to be big right here in the last 3 minutes.
Vikings inbound. Johnson, the senior guard, backing away. Brumbaugh on the far side. Brumbaugh, nice little move. Her shot is blocked by Katie Keeker. Out of bounds. Brumbaugh did a nice little ball fake and then went baseline, had a lane. But Keeker recovered, knocked it out of bounds. Pretty with 4 fouls, working against Keeker, well away from the bucket. They go back door. That ball goes right through the hands of Johnson. Anna Humphreys there on the rebound, the steal rather. Backs out. Humphreys down low, Keeker. Keeker turns, looking in traffic. Keeker muscles the shot up, doesn't go. Fight for the loose ball, and a tie-up. The session arrow will go to the Vikings as Brumbaugh was tied up by Sydney Kaiser.
That could also be a pretty big play right there because now the Swathers have the arrow if it comes down to another jump ball.
Absolutely. 2:26 to go as Hazelwood trying to turn the corner. Screen set by Hesston. And Hazelwood, they're working a 2-man game on the far side. They lob it down, and a foul whistled on the Swathers. Alex Martin picks up the foul. Her second. No Swather really in foul trouble. Funk does have 3. Pretty is the lone Viking in foul trouble. She has 4.
That is pretty impressive for the Swathers considering they've only played 7 girls
that
all
is.
night.
Swathers have. The Hesston tries the 3. Her 3 a little strong rebound though. Right place, right time. Johnson rolls it back to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh, a little crossover move, muscles the shot up, in and out, rebound, fought for, and the possession arrow will go to the Swathers. Oh, check that. We had a foul. I thought I heard a possession arrow. Oh, it's a foul on Smoky Valley. I didn't see the official call it.
23. He never put his hand up to signal a foul.
I thought I heard
it. He just verbally said
I thought I heard it too, but it's a foul on. Oh, I missed a foul. Adrian Hazelwood, that's her 4th personal foul. So I missed a foul there. Hazelwood picks up her 4th. So Pretty and Hazelwood both with 4. Alex Martin at the free throw line. And her free throw up and good on the 1-1. I didn't see that till it went up on the scoreboard.
I'm not sure if this roster is correct, but it's got Hazelwood as a freshman. And if that's the case, then they're going to be pretty good for the next few years to come.
Martin's free throw misses. The rebound pulled down by the Vikings. And Hazelwood got too far underneath it. And the freshman commits the turnover. Vanderweg will check in. 1:48 to go. Swathers in front, 31-30.
Swathers need to take advantage of this right here. Extend their lead to 3+ if they
Possible. Humphreys. Back to Martin. Martin, a little crossover move. She'll back away. Jim coming to life here as Humphreys wiggles her way to traffic. Backs out Jillian Lance. Swathers very patient with a 1-point lead. And that ball poked away, and it will stay with Smoky Valley.
I think the Swathers are going to kind of go into a little bit of a stall mode here. Milk that 1-point lead, make them foul them, and get to the free throw line.
1:22 to go. I would not be surprised at that. Alex Martin looking to get it in. And Martin has to get it in and finds Katie Keeker. Backing out Ann Humphreys. Humphreys, far side. Nice crossover move by Humphreys, well away from the bucket ball. Deflected away, stolen up by Hesston. Hesston the other way. She is cut off by Martin. Hesston on top. Hazelwood, her 3. Hazelwood's 3 off the mark. Rebound, though. Stick back by Pretty and a foul whistled, and Pretty will head to the stripe with a chance to tie and maybe even take the lead on the free throws.
They're letting them be pretty physical over there on the other end.
Foul whistle on Sydney Kaiser. Kaiser picks up her 2nd. And at the free throw line, Brianna Pretty, she is 2 for 2. A chance to tie on this charity toss. And that free throw off the side of the rim. A second chance coming.
I think she knew it as soon as she released it. I heard someone say off.
That's the story of my jumpers. They were always off. Second free throw coming up. That free throw doesn't drop, and the rebound pulled down by Alex Martin. Martin gets through 2 defenders. Martin on the far side, under a minute to go. As Sydney Kaiser is fouled, and the foul whistled on Kerrigan Hesston. Hesston picks up her 1st personal foul, and Kaiser will be at the free throw line where she will shoot the 1-and-1.
Some big free throws right here for the Swathers. If they can get these, they'll be in pretty good shape.
The sophomore at the stripe. That free throw doesn't drop. Rebound poked away, and the Vikings have the basketball. Hazelwood back the other way. Hazelwood racing in the corner. Vanderweg back to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh eyeing the jumper, trying to turn the corner, dishing down, and Alex Martin comes up with a steal. Martin stepped in front of the pass, forcing the steal. Anna Humphreys, 30 seconds to go. Humphreys in the backcourt, and a timeout taken by Matt Richardson on the far side. Probably saved the Swathers a backcourt violation.
Yeah, or a turnover, because Vikings had 3 defenders right there, and all the other Swathers besides Alex Martin and Anna Humphreys were standing at the other end of the floor. So,
yeah, I mean, you said it best, Colin, earlier when you said the Vikings like to trap.
Yep.
Out of almost everything. They had a trap working right there. Matt Richardson saves it. Now, this is the one that I don't remember from college. I think they only have 1 or 2 seconds to get the ball across. 3 seconds to get the ball across the timeline. I just saw the official signal. They have 3 seconds to get the ball across the timeline.
I believe in college it resets. Or am I wrong about that?
No, that was a change in college too. They only have 3 seconds to get the ball across, I do believe. I know in college that was a change. Well, maybe it is. I'd have to check. Thanks, Colin. Now you've made me confused.
I would know working at a college in athletics department, but
sports information director, you'd think.
I don't have to know all those rules.
And you'd think I'd know too, because I've been calling basketball for 1,000 years. Way to go. Now we're going to look that up. Thanks, Colin. I appreciate that. Swathers have to get the ball across. Maybe not.
I would just throw it deep. There's no one at the rim.
Alex Martin in traffic, double teamed. And she stepped out of bounds or took an extra step. And Smoky Valley has the basketball here with 31.7 seconds to go.
In that situation, I've never understood why you wouldn't just set a back screen and send someone down towards your hoop and throw it. All the defenders are on wrong side of the floor for that.
Hesston tossed it in, and a foul whistled on Anna Humphreys as Brianna Pretty cuts to the basket. She'll be at the free throw line. A chance to tie. Humphreys picks up her third personal foul. So, Pretty at the free throw line with 2 big free throws coming up. And the first free throw, up and good, and we're tied. Pretty with 3 points off from the stripe. Second free throw coming up. Abby Rose checking in the lineup, so the Vikings going tall.
I think they're trying to get some rim protection down there.
Second free throw coming up. Pretty's free throw. Crawls off, we're knotted up. Alex Martin in the backcourt, trap coming, like you said. Nice steal by the Vikings. There's Brumbaugh up and good, and Brumbaugh gives us the Vikings the lead. 14 seconds to go, and a foul whistled in the backcourt against Smoky Valley. Brumbaugh, the senior.
5 on Hazelwood.
And there's Adrian Hazelwood fouling out with 1 point, the leading scorer here for the Vikings. And Alex Martin at the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1.
This is a big front end of a 1-and-1 right here for the Swathers.
Free throw, in and out, rebound poked around, and taken in by the Vikings, and then a tie-up. Possessioner will stay with the Swathers.
And that's where that jump ball earlier.
Absolutely. 14.8 ticks to go here. As Leas looking to get it in. Leas finds Humphreys. Humphreys lets fly the three, in and out. Rebound, Alex Martin. Martin gets it back. Kaiser's jumper, up and good, we're tied. Sydney Kaiser knocks the jumper down. We're tied 33-33 with 13.1 seconds to go. As the sophomore with no fear buries the jumper. What a finish we're set up for.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I can say this, but I don't know that the clock operator really knows what she's doing down there. Clock stopped, started back up, stopped again.
I am not touching it. I am not touching that one at all with the clock operator. That is an in-house battle that you're going to fight later. That is not on me. 13.1 seconds to go. We're all tied up at 33-33. Smoky Valley with the basketball in what has turned into a great game. Twice the Vikings got up by as many as 6, or they led by 6 and led by 5, but the Swathers crawling their way back into it.
And I think Kelsey must have known that we were talking about her because she looked up here at me and gave me that look like, this is a good game.
Ooh.
At least I hope that's what that look is for.
Yes, you do, buddy. Yes, you do. 13.1 seconds to go. Smoky Valley with the basketball. Vanderwig to toss it in. Hazelwood has fouled out. Pretty has 4. Vanderwig to bring it in. On the far side, finding Pretty. Giving back to Hesston. 8 seconds. Hesston on the far side. Hesston trying to drive, and a timeout taken by Smoky Valley. 6.1 seconds to go. On the far side, Hesston looks like she might have been winning the foot race. .1 to go. Hesston looks like she was winning that foot race, and the Smoky Valley Vikings have a chance to set this up. Vikings with 9 team fouls, Swathers with 7. So foul by Hesston outside of a shooting foul would be a 1-and-1. So Vikings to toss it in from the far sideline. Opposite side of the bench here from the main gym at Hesston High School. Vanderwig to bring it in. She looks, finds Hesston. Hesston with 5. Hesston picks up her dribble, back to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh. And a timeout taken by Smoky.
I think there was a pretty big travel that got missed right there.
1.8 seconds to go. Smoky takes timeout.
Coach Richardson's not too happy that that got missed, I don't think.
We could be seeing free basketball.
We could be.
We're at 1.8 seconds away from free basketball.
I've got a feeling Smoky comes out with another play drawn up for Brumbaugh right here. And if I'm Coach Richardson, I'm probably thinking the same thing.
I would absolutely look for that. Brumbaugh, the dangerous outside shooter, but you have to know where Hesston is at all times. Brumbaugh with 4 points in the first half. 9 in the second. She leads the scoring for the Vikings with 13. 1.8 to go. Vanderwig looking. Vanderwig gives to Hesston. Hesston will drive down. That shot will not go. We're going to overtime. Tied up at 33-33. We're going to catch our breath for just a second, Colin and I, and we'll be back with the start of overtime. And welcome back here as we're heading to overtime.
Really? We'll have to go back and re-listen.
They are setting. It is 4 minutes in overtime. Colin and I were discussing that. 5 minutes in college, 4 minutes in high school. It's an eighth of the time. Brumbaugh with it. First possession of overtime. Nice play by the Vikings as Pretty scores her first field goal of the contest. And the Vikings with a 2-point lead, 35-33. Kaiser with it, hit the big game-tying bucket. Backside, down low to Keeker. Keeker off the glass, in and out, rebound pulled down by Pretty. Pretty goes to a fan, and she does travel.
Good call right there. She had the rebound down there among 3 Swathers and then just
went right to the ground. It's a travel, and the Swathers will toss it in. Anna Humphreys looking, lobs in Keeker. Keeker at the elbow, hands off. Martin back to Humphreys. Humphreys eyed the 3, shuffled her feet, and commits the travel.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe Anna's came off the floor tonight.
I don't know if she has either. You might be right, Colin. 3:27 to go in the overtime. Smoky with the 2-point advantage. Vikings have it. They'll give it Rose far side. Johnson looking down low. Brumbaugh eyed the 3, draws Humphreys. Brumbaugh was in NBA range and still drew the defender, and rightfully so. Down low they go to Pretty in traffic, rolls it back out. Brumbaugh left alone, the quick 3, trigger, missing, rebound, Rose looking in traffic, has a strip away, but getting him back was Pretty. Pretty far side. Johnson back to Rose. Rose give and go, and Alex Martin with the thievery, and Martin comes away with the pass, or the swipe, and she'll bring the ball back the other way. Down low, Keeker. Keeker turns in traffic, in trouble. Keeker and tied up, and a jump ball possession or 2 the Swathers with 2:42 to go.
That looked like a pretty clean steal to me. I don't know that both of them had possession of it at the same time.
Jillian Leas gives it back to Humphreys. It's deflecting out of bounds. Misses a cardboard cutout, which was probably good. I don't know if the cardboard cutout can survive a direct hit from a basketball.
The little kid over there probably would have bounced it off his own basketball. Though.
Probably.
He probably would have been all right.
Humphreys with it on the far side. Humphreys. Top of the circle, Martin. They'll look down low. Jillian Last thought about a three, changed her mind. Humphreys works it. Far side, looking down low. Humphreys back on top. 2:17 to go. That ball stripped away, stolen, but then Keeker with the steal. Keeker looking down inside, that ball thrown down low to Sydney Kaiser. Kaiser tips it back to Keeker. Keeker took too many steps. And out of sorts the Swathers get, and they turn the ball over. (35-33) Smoky at the 2-minute mark of this overtime. Hesston. Johnson in the corner, Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh looking, calling out the offense from the corner. Backing out Hesston. Smoky Valley nursing this lead. They're content to look for the shot, and Humphreys nearly stripped away. Rose in trouble on the far side. Rose, swarmed by Humphreys, goes back door. Nice play, but the foul whistled. And McKinley Johnson will be at the free throw line to shoot two. Great play by the Vikings. Katie Keeker picks up her third personal. And McKinley Johnson at the free throw line. That free throw up and good, and that adds a point to the lead, and it's a 3-point game. Big free throws. This will be could be a 2-possession game. Second free throw. Crawls around and drops home. McKinley Johnson with 8 points, and it's a 4-point Viking advantage. Swather still looking to score here in this overtime.
They've got to try to get something quick here.
Anna Humphreys stops and pops the three, doesn't drop. Rebound pulled in by Johnson. A minute and change to go. Down low in the corner, Brumbaugh dials up the three, misses. Loose ball pulled in, Brumbaugh fighting for it, and Keeker comes away with a steal, and Keeker is fouled by Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh picks up her first personal foul. Katie Keeker will walk to the stripe where she will shoot two, as that is the double bonus. Keeker 1 for 2 at the free throw line. As a coach, you have to like this because you have a chance to put points on the board with the clock stopped.
Yes, definitely. Unless you're Smoky Valley's coach.
Free throw up and good by Keeker. Trims the lead to 3. Second chance for Katie Keeker. 8 points in the contest. Make it 9. Keeker with 9, and it's 37-35. Brumbaugh gives it back. Rose working against Alex Martin. Rose drives all the way in. Her shot no good, but a foul whistle on Alex Martin. And Alex picks up her third personal foul. Abby Rose at the free throw line. Colin, I'm looking at this, and here's an interesting stat. Smoky Valley only has 2 points off of their bench tonight.
I mean, we kind of expected that coming in.
We did, as Rose missing the free throw. A second charity toss coming up.
When you've got 3 of your starters that average double figures, you're going to get a majority of your scoring from them.
Second free throw up. That is good, even with the Hesston lane violation. It's back to a 3-point advantage, 38-35. Under a minute to go. Keeker on the short corner. On top, Alex Martin thought about a three. 2 true defenders back to Keeker. Keeker off the glass, in and out. Rebound, Alex Martin. Martin gives it back to Humphreys. A tying three up and good by Anna Humphreys. Anna Humphreys knocks a three down. We're tied up again, 38-38.
That's a big shot
bucket
from a sophomore right there.
Big bucket from Anna Humphreys to tie the game with 42.8 ticks to go. Swathers could have folded up the shop, but no, they're staying right with the Vikings in what is turning into a heavyweight pound-for-pound contest. A title fight almost here in the CKL in the first game of the season, of the league season, I should say. And we've been treated to a good one. Fans have been treated to a good one, too.
Yeah. The small crowd that was allowed in here is getting a really, really good game, and even the people at home watching.
Absolutely. We are free basketball here. So it will be Smoky Valley basketball coming out of the timeout after Anna Humphreys dials up and knocks the three down from deep. McKinley Johnson will bring the ball in on the far baseline. Hesston against the full court pressure. Swather showing full court pressure. Hesston giving back to Johnson, back to Brumbaugh. They'll work the weave. 28 seconds to go. Hesston now with 20. Far side to Rose. Hesston looking 16. And that foul whistled with 10.2. And that will send Ellie Brumbaugh to the stripe as Alex Martin picks up her fourth personal foul. Brumbaugh at the free throw line to shoot two.
I think if you're the Swathers there, you got to try to trap one of those dribble handoffs.
And Brumbaugh's free throw too strong off the heel. Second free throw upcoming for the senior. That free throw crawling around and dropping home. 10.2 seconds to go. Timeout taken here. Brumbaugh makes good on one of two. She was visibly frustrated after missing the first, but shows her senior chops and knocks down that second. 39-38 our score here in our fourth quarter.
This is kind of interesting here. Coach Richardson doesn't have his board in front of him. He's not drawing anything up. So I wonder if they've got a play instilled for something like this.
I could design something. Give me about a year. I'll figure it out. A year's a good time frame. So it will be Swather basketball out of the timeout. They trail 39-38 with 10.2 seconds to go. So we'll see what Coach Richardson has dialed up. Anna Humphreys will toss it in.
This is another one of those situations where all the defenders are here. You set a back screen, you get a run out.
Anna to bring it in. Here we go. Humphreys looking to run gives it to Keeker. Keeker back to Humphreys. Humphreys is bumped by Rose. Rose guilty of a foul with 8.6 seconds to go. A foul in the backcourt.
And that is not a smart one right there. You send one of Hesston's probably best shooter to the free throw line.
So Humphreys at the free throw line with a chance to tie the game. She'll shoot two. Oh, check it. No, they're putting Katie Keeker at the free throw stripe. So Keeker at the free throw line. Pretty fouling out with her, picks up her fifth personal foul.
I think they called that on the wrong person. Should have been on Rose, not Pretty.
I thought so too.
Pretty sure Pretty was at the other end of the floor.
So a little confusion here as officials will sort it out. So now they'll go back to it. I think you're right. I think the foul should have been on Rose too. As I think what they're going to call is the foul on Rose fighting through the screen. The officials still talking over. Bonus for the coaches. They kind of get a free timeout here.
Yeah, that is good, especially for Smoky Valley. If I'm their coach, I'm loving this. I get to drop a play and I don't have to waste a timeout.
And that's exactly what Coach Vanderweg is doing. Oh, they're bringing both coaches here together. And I'm not sure what they're discussing. We need a mic at the table.
Yeah, we do.
So we're still waiting as they're still discussing it.
Looks like they're still going to keep the foul on 3 on Pretty.
Now they're still discussing it.
The ref underneath the basket said that it was on 3 black.
I'm with you, though, Colin. I thought the foul was whistled on Abby Rose.
It definitely was. She was the only one over here. She was the only Viking in the area.
And now they've put Anna Humphreys back at the free throw line. I'm as confused as can be. Okay, so Humphrey, no, now they switched again. Keeker back to the free throw line.
Well, if they're going to keep the foul on Pretty, that's 5, so she's got to go.
They are going to keep the foul on.
They are.
On Pretty. And Pretty fouls out. 5 point for Brianna Pretty. Brockstrom will check into the lineup. So Keeker at the free throw line to shoot 2. The free throw. Up and good, we're tied. After the long delay, Katie Keeker ties it with 8.6 seconds to go.
That missed call could loom large for the Vikings here.
Second free throw coming up. Keeker's free throw. In and out, rebound pulled down by Rose. Rose ahead. Hesston checks the clock. Hesston in the corner of Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh drives. Her shot blocked by Keeker out of bounds with 0.8 seconds to go. Kira Funk checks in the lineup. So we'll see what Smoky Valley has dialed up, tied at 39.
You got to have a tip here. Not enough time to get a shot off, so look for this ball to be tossed in the road.
0.8 seconds to go. They give it in, and Keeker comes away with a steal, and we're going to double overtime. Extra free basketball coming up. We're tied at 39. And double OT upcoming. What a game we've been treated to tonight. Definitely worth the price of admission and then some.
Yes, for sure.
As we're into what is essentially the 5th quarter here. It'll be the second 4-minute period in 5th quarter. Free basketball here, but the Vikings now without the services of Brianna Pretty and Adrian Hazelwood. So we'll see what happens here in this second overtime.
Yeah, that missed call is going to be massive for Smoky Valley now. Taking out one of their best players and a leader on their squad, I think.
Hazelwood or Keeker now knocked down the free throws. She now 10 points for Keeker to lead the Swather effort. Check. No, I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. Anna Humphreys with 11. 12 because adding's tough. That's why I'm a writer. Math is hard. Viking basketball starter overtime. As we're into our second overtime. And away we go. Vanderweg trying to turn the corner, goes back door to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh lost it, and it double dribbles. And the turnover gives the ball to the Swathers.
I think she traveled and knew it, and they didn't call it, and so that's why she double
did
dribbled.
too. I think she knew she did. Alex Humphreys. Excuse me, Anna Humphreys, that is.
This has got to be a record for most minutes played in the game for Hesston High School.
Might be.
With Anna Humphreys tonight.
Anna Humphreys working on nearing 40 minutes. Turnaround jumper, Alex Martin, a little short. Rebound tipped around, loose on the floor, and a tie-up, and the possessioner will go to Smoky Valley. Check, that should be Hesston because Smoky Valley got the ball after on the inbound.
The arrow did not get switched at the inbounds of the quarter.
39-39 our score. And it's Hesston basketball. Keeker catching, little step through, backs down Humphreys. Set up. Anna Humphreys leads the Swather offense with 12.
Vikings look like they're going with the zone here.
Sydney Kaiser back out. Funk took an extra step before she dribbled, and the turnover gives the ball to the Vikings with 3:13 to go. Kerrigan Haxton now for the Vikings will bring that ball up the floor. Haxton trying to turn that corner. Giving back to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh. Near side, Johnson. Johnson trying to drive in on that weave offense. Haxton dials up from way downtown and put it in the book. Kerrigan Haxton buries a three, and Smoky Valley takes the 42-39 lead on the deep three by Haxton. Humphreys thought about pulling the trigger to tie. Down low, Katie Keeker goes up and traveled. Keeker turned around, jumped, and Rose was right there and changed her mind in midair, and physics got in the way.
I think that three is good from NCAA Division I men's basketball free throw.
It was deep. It was deep. They give it back to Brumbaugh. Vikings with the three-point advantage as Haxton dishing Rose the long jumper, 17-footer from the baseline. Alex Martin with the rebound ahead to Anna Humphreys. Humphreys racing down the floor. Down low, Keeker catching deep underneath the bucket. And Keeker, and a timeout taken on the far side. Timeout taken here by the Swathers. 2:14 to go. Swathers trail by 3. What a game we have had tonight, Colin. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has, and they're letting the players be kind of physical.
They are.
Which makes it a little bit more fun.
It does. It does. It has been a very physical ball game. Both sides. Team fouls even at 10. Foul trouble for the Swathers. Alex Martin with 4. Anna Humphreys, Katie Keeker, and Kiara Funk all with 3. Other than that, the Vikings with no one in foul trouble. Brumbaugh, Haxton, Rose, Vanderweg, and Brockstrom all with a single foul apiece, as Pretty and Hazelwood have fouled out. .214 to go in our contest. And they lob it back to Kaiser. Kaiser giving it back Anna Humphreys. Jillian Lass snugging at the timeout, back to Humphreys. Swathers trail by 3. Kaiser trying to turn the corner. Back to Humphreys. Humphreys dialing up a 3 to tie. That's off. Humphreys with her own rebound. Gets through. Fight for the loose ball. Tie up. Possession arrow to the Vikings of Smoky Valley. Rose to toss it in. Check that. Vanderwood will bring it in. Swathers showing a little bit of four-court pressure. Haxton in the backcourt. Haxton working. She hit the big 3. She has 11 to give the Vikings the lead. 1:40 to go. As they work at Haxton. Working against Alex Martin, driving all the way in. Haxton kicks out to Rose, the 15-foot jumper, missing rebound, pulled down Alex Martin. Alex Martin ahead to Anna Humphreys, ball loose on the floor, rolled out. Great save by Smoky Valley. Rose with him on the far side. Great play by the Vikings to save that basketball. And 1:10 to go, a foul whistled on Anna Humphreys. Humphreys picks up her 4th personal foul.
I think the Swathers just got rushed right there when they got that rebound. They got worried about the trap and tried to get the ball down the floor.
Kerrigan Haxton at the free throw line where she will shoot 2. And a chance to make this a 2-possession game for the senior. Haxton's free throw up and good. She cans the free throw. Big free throw by Haxton as it's a 4-point advantage here for the Vikings, 43-39. Second free throw upcoming. The deliberate routine missing on the rebound, pulled down by the Swathers. 1:05 to go. Humphreys on the far side, looking down low. Humphreys driving down, in trouble. Backs out Keeker. Keeker to Kaiser. And Kaiser shuffled her feet on the far side. Kira Funk will check back in with 55 ticks to go in this contest, and we are in the double overtime. Hesston working to the backcourt. Does crossover against Funk. Hesston picks up her dribble. In traffic. Hesston in trouble. Hesston just avoids the 5-second call on the timeout taken by head coach Larry Vanderweg. We said this is a little different setup too for us here in the gym tonight. Swather Sports Network has taken up here in the corner of the gym. Normally the Smoky Valley fans are to our right. They're across the court with social distancing in play because the bleachers aren't pulled out as far as they could be to give the benches room.
Yeah, it's definitely a different feel having all the fans on that one side.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these social distancing protocols carry over towards baseball later. .6 seconds to go. And it's Smoky Valley to toss it in. Johnson looking. Still looking, lobs it into the backcourt. Smart play by Johnson to find Hesston. Hesston crossing that timeline. 38 seconds to go. 4-point advantage. Hesston working with it. Swathers have to foul, ball poked away. And last touch by the Vikings, they say. And it will be Swather basketball.
That was another big defensive play there by Anna Humphreys hitting that
Anna
ball
Humphreys
away.
has been all over this court. She hasn't come out of the game. She's played all 40 minutes so far. Humphreys on the far side. 25 seconds to go. Down low to Martin. Turnaround jumper in and out. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings. With the Vikings coming away, 16 seconds on the clock. Hesston in traffic, poked away, and it stays with the Vikings with 12.4 to go.
I think you got to try to foul here if you're the Swathers.
Brumbaugh on the backcourt and is fouled right away by Kaiser. Kaiser picks up number 3. Brumbaugh will head to the free throw line. And Brumbaugh with 14 points to lead the Viking offense. And 2 free throws coming up for the senior. That first free throw off the front of the rim. And I think she was a little bit shocked that it came off the front. You saw her eyes widen. She couldn't believe that she missed it. I like that confidence as a shooter.
Yeah.
You believe everything going in.
Yeah, I think she thought she was finding the bottom of the net
I
there.
think she did too. I love the confidence though. Second free throw coming up. That one is the bottom of the net. 15 now for Brumbaugh. 44-39 as the clock winding down on what has been a thrilling basketball game. Jillian Last tries a 3. It's blocked. Martin's shot up and in, and that will do it. Smoky Valley comes away with the 44-39 victory here in what was a thrilling basketball game. A great double overtime basketball game here, as we are going to call it on game number 1. Let's see if game number 2 can top that, Colin.
I don't know. That's going to be tough.
A double overtime victory here. So I'll do some quick tallying of some points here. 8 for Sydney Kaiser. 5 for Alex Martin, all in the second half. 12 for Anna Humphreys. 10 for Katie Keeker. 2 for Kara Funk. 2 for Justice Lard. Vikings were led in scoring by Ellie Brumbaugh with 15. 8 for McKinley Johnson. 5 for Brianna Pretty. 12 for Kerrigan Haxton, 1 for Adrian Hazelwood, a point for Abby Rose, and 2 for Claire Brocksterman. Colin, that's going to do it for us here in Game 1. We're going to take a little break, catch our breath, maybe find something to drink to replenish our vocal cords, and we'll be back for the start of the boys' game here in about 5-10 minutes or so, roughly. We'll see you here back on the Swarthmore Sports Network in a little bit.